Hello everyone and welcome to 21 Things I Learned While Being 21. I am totally not 22 as I film this and my camera is totally not 11%. Come on, so andiamo. Okay, first thing I learned, solo travel is possible and fun. It's not as scary as it seems. I might not do it to Egypt, but I went to Ireland, learned so much, and I survived. Second thing I learned, Tinder guys are Tinder guys, okay? So just have your expectations low if you want to use the app. They might ghost you, but you'll learn from it. You'll grow, right? Third thing I learned was how the Canadian government works. We're supposed to learn that in high school, but it's really just breezed over. So I learned that when I worked at Parliament, of course. Now I know what the Senate is, as well as the House of Commons. The fourth thing I learned is how to plan excellent ranks, thanks to Janessa's dad. He always loved to hide on us and pop up and scare us. So I learned how to play some tricks of my own. Closets can be a great place for the surprise attack. The fifth thing I learned is how to make pasta. Super simple. All you need is 100 grams of flour, couple eggs, and a pasta machine, and you're ready to go. Get some fresh pasta. Tastes super good. Yo aprendido español. Io doto italiano. Ich gelernt Deutsch. And the ninth thing I learned was that I have a passion for languages. Can you tell? The 10th thing I learned is what it's like to be a teacher. I was a full-time teacher for 4 months and I did not get paid because it's my internship, but I did learn all the great parts of it, all the planning that goes behind teaching, and just the bonds you make with students and how easy it is to get attached. I'm not sure that it's what I want to do with my life, but at least now I have that professional experience. The 11th thing I learned is that it's very important to check in on your loved ones. Now this can count for friends, it can count for family, but sometimes if someone's having a rough day and you just send them a little text, it can help. Just make sure everyone's doing okay. Then if they need to talk, they can chat with you. The 12th thing I learned is that everything is not what it seems. So although maybe someone's relationship looks perfect or someone's life looks perfect on Instagram, when you talk to them at the end of the day, they might be going through a lot. I also learned, going off of that, it's possible to grieve other people's relationships. Sometimes you'll have a couple that's couple goals, and if they break up, then you're like, oh, I guess it wasn't perfect. And it just makes you realize that you don't know what's going on in someone's head. Like that TikTok with the cats. Do you ever just look at someone and wonder what is going on? The 13th thing I learned is that Fridays are very good with 1 glass of wine. Not more because I'm an old lady. The 14th thing I learned is that going to bed at 9:30 can change your life for the better. Honestly, it's such a blessing. You wake up and you're not overtired and you feel like you want to live.
What a concept.
It's incredible. My life has changed since I've started going to bed at 9:30. I wake up at 7. I don't want to press snooze.
Listen to her. She knows what she's saying.
I'm older, therefore wiser.
By 4 days.
By 4 days. The 15th thing I learned is that journalism is something I'd like to pursue. I've always loved telling stories and filming videos. It's like the career was waiting for me. It's something I actually considered in high school, but I wanted to continue studying French, passion of languages, and when I started my program, I made such incredible friends that I couldn't imagine life without them.
Aww.
I learned that everything happens for a reason, whether that be leaving a country 12 hours before they cancel all the flights because of coronavirus, leaving a city and then 3 hours later there's an earthquake, or if someone leaves your life, it's for a reason. Trust the plan. There's a plan, in my opinion. That's something else I've learned. I don't know if it's God's plan. I don't know if it's destiny's plan. But just know there's a plan for you. If something goes wrong in your life, treat it as a lesson. 17th thing I learned is how to work an election. I worked the federal election last fall. I counted ballots and I got to see an inside look, which was really exciting, and I made a good sum of money. So if ever you have the chance to work an election, do it. The 18th thing I learned is that living with boys is so much fun and there's no drama. I might never go back to living with girls. Actually, if you want a room this summer, Sarah, we still can. The 19th thing I learned is how to play Dungeons and Dragons. I actually really love it. I'm still learning, it's still a learning process, but when I play, I'm a barbarian and I attack things, and it's a fun fantasy power-filled game, and it's a great way to bond with my friends, and we play in French, so we're all improving our second languages. The 20th thing I learned is to always wash your grapes, because I am definitely allergic to some sort of pesticide or whatever they spray on them. One time I was in a rush, I didn't wash them, and then I thought I was actually going to be sick. So wash your fruits, guys. Look after yourselves. The 21th thing, blah, blah, blah. The 21, oh. Sarah, do you hear me? The 21st thing I learned is that I need to focus on English, because apparently I can speak everything except that. But I had an amazing year being 21. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 and I'm at 2%, so I'm not going to go on any longer. You're welcome. This is probably a blessing. Stay tuned for my adventures as a 22-year-old.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe!